take a look at this example. It says you are shopping for a necklace to match your earrings. The sales tax is 6%, and you have a total of $21.25 to spend. What is the price limit for the necklace? Okay, we can start by using a verbal model. Remember, that's one of our problem-solving strategies. What I always think of is right here. I know what my total cost is. So after I add everything up, it has to equal my total cost. And I know my total cost is $21.25, but let's just think of it in words right now. Okay? So to get that total cost, what I have to do is I got to take the price of the necklace and then I have to add to it our sales tax. Okay? How do we figure out sales tax? We know our sales tax rate is 6%, but that doesn't, you're not just adding 6% on. The way we figure out sales tax is you take your 6%, your sales tax rate, I'll just put a percent sign, and we multiply it by the price of the item. Okay, so if you're buying a pair of jeans and they cost $30, you're going to go 30 times 0.06, and that's what the tax you're going to pay. Okay, so we need to add our tax on here, but the way we figure out our tax is to take our sales tax rate and we multiply it by the price of our necklace. And I don't mean to make this more confusing than what it is, but we're going to take the price of the necklace and we have to add it on our tax, which is whatever the percentage times the price of the necklace. Again, in Michigan it's 6%, but it is different all over our country. And when we add those together, that gives us our total cost. So there's our verbal model. Now let's start plugging in what we know. Do we know the price of the necklace? No, we don't know what the price limit is, so we'll call that X. Do we know our sales tax rate? Yes. Now are we going to write it as 6%? Not exactly. Remember, we always want to turn that into a decimal, so that actually becomes 0.06 times, again, the price of our necklace, which we still don't know. It's still X. And that has to equal our total cost, which is $21.25. Okay, so the price of the necklace plus our tax has to equal $21.25. Now keep in mind that this actually represents 1x, and this is 0.06x. So when we go to solve, we can combine our like terms. These are both x terms. So if you go, and again, if you wanted to just write it as 1x plus 0.06x, if this makes it a little bit easier, $21.25, if you add our like terms, that just becomes 1.06 times x equals $21.25. And now we have a simple equation to solve. Since we're solving for our x, we have to get rid of our 1.06 by dividing, since it's being multiplied. And we're left with x equals $21.25 divided by 1.06. And we're going to get an answer of 20.04716 ... on and on. Again, does this answer the question we're asking? No, we want to know how much our limit, how much can we spend for the necklace. If we're talking about money, we're going to talk about the hundred spot. That's the 4. Look at the 7 behind it. Since 7 is 5 or greater, we're actually going to be able to spend $20, about $20, and, well, I would accept 5 cents, but let's think about this for a second. If we're rounding up, can we actually spend a little bit more than the price, than what we have? No, we really can't. So in this situation, it would probably better to write $20.04. By rounding up just that little bit, that's going to put us just over $21.25. Let me show you what I mean. Let's take our equation, I'll just rewrite it. Remember, it was 1.06 times x has to equal 21.25. And we're debating, should we say we have $20.04 or round it correctly and get $20.05? Plug it in. 1.06 times 20.04 equals 21.2424. Okay, again, I know we would have to not worry about this last 24 here. Now let's try 2005. 1.06 times 20.05, $20.05, ends up being $21.253. If this is our limit, this goes over it just by 0.03. So truly our answer should just be $20.04 is all we have to spend. Okay. So again, just make sure you answer the question they're asking and make sure your answer makes sense.